The only thing I hate more than close talkers, loud chewers, and lousy neighbors is the end of daylight saving time. Why? Because the only things I like to do in the dark, you guys, are sleep and eat. That's a real problem when you're a lawyer who sometimes works in small courts that hold dockets after 5 p.m. I always thought night court was a stupid idea, and one I wasn't used to when I moved back to my hometown after practicing law for a decade in San Diego, which was back then the sixth largest jurisdiction in the country. Talk about culture shock. The only thing we defense lawyers were doing after 5 o'clock were cocktails. Imagine my surprise when I found myself back in New York practicing country bumpkin law in courthouses that often met in buildings that doubled as the neighbor's shed. Or worse, a rusty trailer like the kind you find in a horror flick with chainsaws and deer heads hanging on the wall. I did a little research to find out why. Why am I sitting in a glorified outhouse waiting to handle someone's traffic ticket for following a cow too closely? The reason, as best I could tell, is that here in my little New York City bedroom community, you don't even need to be a lawyer to be a judge. Oh, no, no. Here, you get the votes, you get the robe. Legal knowledge? Nah, who gives a shit? Not necessary. As a result, the local farmer, bird watcher, or town whore, for that matter, could become a judge. Back in the day, once dusk descended on your field of corn or dreams, you jump off your tractor, kick the shit off your boots, and wipe the last remnants of mutton stew from your wiry beard with a hand-sewn hanky before opening your garage to the town's ne'er-do-wells. Which brings me back to my original point. When you're a modern-day lawyer who runs her own firm with hundreds of clients, working 9 to 5 is just a catchy tune. My day starts before the moon puts herself to bed and ends right about the time she wakes back up. But the longer nights of standard time are not just my problem. They're yours too, on account of the crime rate for so-called street crimes actually goes up this time of year, specifically due to the increased darkness. Oddly, while street crimes increase, violent crimes like rape and murder go down. How can that be? Because when you get up in the dark, work in the dark, and come home in the dark, you're too fucking tired to kill anyone. That's how. I suppose every dark cloud has a silver lining, but I still hate it.